Tanya. Welcome back to Crafty Cards and Journals. Today I'm in my Olive and Archer reading journal. I love this. This is so fun to do. If you haven't started a reading journal, I would highly suggest it. And I'm just basically going to be updating you on what I've read so far in July. And we're going to decorate some pages. So if you want to see what books I have read in July, I have 2 little book reviews. So let's get going. All right, so this is what I did last week. I love it. The first book that I'm going to decorate this spread for and talk about is Hunted by Darcy Coates. I started not to even review this book. It's a good book, but it's very graphic. If you don't like graphic thrillers, you probably won't like that book. Okay, this first book that I'm going to do a spread for and do a book review on is Hunted by Darcy Coates. I've read many of her books. It is a very good book. It is a thriller, but it's very graphic, so you might not like it if you don't like graphic novels. But I picked this scrapbook paper up at Hobby Lobby years ago, and it looks like heavy foliage, and I'm just going to take my corner rounder and round those edges because I think it gives it a nicer feel. And then I started to put the paper along the top, but then I was like, no, I sort of want to go down the side with it, and I'm glad that I did. It gives a very lush effect, I think. Now in a minute you're going to see some green paper with like gold slash marks, to me that look like claw marks or slashes that could be on a tree, because this is about a 22-year-old girl. Her name is Eileen, and she vanishes while she's hiking in a remote forest, and she was taking pictures on her camera that she had with her and posting them to her social media platforms. And the last one that they saw was at this really pretty lake, and they find her camera washed downstream with some disturbing pictures on it, and the park rangers have already decided, and the police, that she's just dead and they're not going to investigate further. So she has a brother, Chris, and they have some friends, and they go into the woods when the police investigation stops. And they discover those photos on her camera that suggest she was not alone, and that her disappearance was not an accident. And they also find out that they are being hunted, and something very sinister is lurking in those woods. And that's all I want to say about that. I don't want to spoil it. And I made these stickers with my Cricut, and I try to always do the title to match the book cover, and that was pretty close, I thought. And I wanted to make it really wide and go across both pages to make it be like they're being hunted, and they were. It is a good book. So this is the little book cover there that I'm putting in the bottom right corner. And here, to me, I made these, I got them off of Google, represents the lake that she disappeared, that they think the last pictures came from her, and then that forest, because it's very thick, it's very large, and it's hard to find your way. It's easy to get lost. Now I'm using this washi tape, and I'll link everything that I can find in the description box below. But it just has a very thick forest there, and I thought it would incorporate nicely and close that spread in. Then I have this caution tape, and I'm putting that in the spread as well. And I really love how this turned out. It gives the perfect vibe for the book. And to me, that, like I said earlier, it's kind of like the lake that she was swimming in when she was taking pictures. She set it up on a tripod and took some pictures. So that's how they know she was totally alone. So, and then I'm deciding where I want to put the caution tape, because I want to write over here on the left-hand side. And in a minute, you're going to see I made some like red string or twine, because if you look at that book cover in the right bottom corner, they took red string and tied it around the tree trunks so that they could find their way out of the forest, you know, once they either finished the search for her or they found her. And I'm not going to say anything else. It's just, I really love how this turned out. I think it is perfect and totally exemplifies the book. Now I'm just going to write down a brief synopsis of what I thought about the book so that years later, if I want to go back and look at it, I can. I really love how that spread turned out, like I said earlier. Now I'm going into my reading progress. There was 2 days I didn't read, and I did read on the 17th, so I went ahead and filled that out, and I'm putting down my July highlights, and I had forgotten to put Pride and Prejudice in there that I did last week. I totally forgot to do that, so I've got to make another book cover for that. And then I'm going into my books read, and I'm writing down, and I don't know why, but it's sometimes for me, I just get so ahead of myself because my mind's going so fast. I went ahead and wrote Hunted and the next book that I'm getting ready to do a book review on for you, and decorate the pages in this video. So I kind of got myself off a little bit, but it's I'm marking off Hunted and the next book, and I'm going to go ahead and put the book covers down. Now you'll see I did put Pride and Prejudice there. So here is Hunted, it's going in. So while I was there, I went ahead and put Bound for Murder. That's going to be the next spread that we're going to do in this video. But I really love putting these little book covers on there because I just think it's fun. And so I went ahead and you can do your bookshelfie a couple ways. I'm just coloring in 2 more books, just whatever color I want. You can color it by genre, or you can color it just different colors, whatever you want to do. So I'm just doing any color that I want for now. I think next time it'll be by genres maybe. So both of these were audio books. I really am enjoying audiobooks because, like I said one other time, I think when you go to out driving, you can listen to your book. I mean, you're getting dressed in the morning, you can listen to your book. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my mild liner and give the star rating for Hunted. And it was a really good book. I just thought it was a little graphic for me. So it was about, I think I gave it a 4-star. Now here is our second book, Bound for Murder. Love this book. This is like a Hallmark book. If you love those Hallmark murder mysteries, you would love this. So I picked paper, and this paper I got from Joann's when they were going out of business. I just thought it would be beautiful and represents this book quite well. Once again, I'm rounding the corners. And this overall, I'll just give you a little synopsis of it. There's this Juliet Page. She's a librarian, and she needs a major change in her life. So she travels to a very small, quaint town in the UK to reimagine a fresh start and to kind of put some distance between her and her husband at the time, okay? And she loves old books, and she purchased one right before she left California, is where she lives. And she never imagined when she goes to this little town, she goes to a auction, and they have rare books there, and she's caught in the middle of a unaliving, let's say, all right? And all the fingers are pointing that she's the one that did it, and she has to prove that she didn't. And it also goes into her meeting friends and everything. It's really good. I highly recommend this book. Now, this washi is from the Washi Tape Shop, and I do have coupon codes to Journal Say, Doodle Diaries, and the Washi Tape Shop, I think, is just an affiliate link. I don't know that I have a coupon code for that. But I thought that that would be perfect since she was into rare books, and that's what she wanted to eventually have, was a little bookstore, all right? So once again, I put Bound for Murder at the top, and I'm trying to keep it in that same kind of yellow color that you see in the title of on the book cover on the bottom right hand corner. And I really get so much fun out of trying to figure out the design of these spreads and what will get the vision of the book across. That's why I picked that scrapbook paper with the writing on it, and then it has tickets on it, and it looked old, like vintage, because that's the kind of auction she went to, a very vintage auction with rare old books too. So I put that down there. Now this is what I thought the town might look like in, I think it was like Cotswold or something like that in the UK. And I made a little auction sign with a little body lined out. And then rare books. I just thought this would totally capture this, and I'm just put my glue, which I love this glue. It's very good. You get like 4 or 5 tubes. I get it off of Amazon. I'll link it below. It doesn't warp your page, and it really does stick. So so far I'm loving it. Now I don't know, I've only used it maybe like 4 or 5 times, but so far so good. But I thought this would be perfect, and I wanted to put that little person just laying down there in between the rare books and the town and then the auction. And then I can write over here to the left what I felt, well, really what the book was about. So if somebody says, oh, do you know any good books? I can say, oh, sure, Bound for Murder was a really good book. And like I said earlier, if you love Hallmark mystery movies, you will love this book. And it is a series. I didn't realize that until I've already started another one of her books, which happens to be a set of series as well. So now I'm going back over here to give my Bound for Murder a rating. I really think it was a very solid, I think I gave it 4.5, nope, only 4 stars. It's really good, and you definitely want to keep reading it. Then I went back here and I put Hunted down. But I really love how this turned out. So if you enjoyed this, what I read in July for my reading journal and my book reviews, then like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay crafty.